I've really come to believe that when you're working towards a goal that means everything to you, that you can find beauty in the struggle. So let me talk about, for example, what I'm doing. So this channel and the goal that I'm working towards is being self-employed within the next 9-ish months because I had really a stark realization that I just can't do this 9 to 5 shit, dude. I absolutely hate it. Uh, I hate it with every fiber of my being. It just is so dismaying. It's so denigrating to the soul, and I just feel completely trapped and drained doing it. And so, really, I just think about like the prospect of what would 40 years of this do to me? Not even 40 years, dude. What would like 5 or 10 years of this do to me? And it's just such a bleak picture that I can't stand it. And so I have to do something to make sure that I have an option to do something else and to not be economically coerced into taking a 9 to 5 because that's honestly my worst nightmare. So for me, the goal is self-employment, starting a business, whatever, as long as it gives me an opportunity to get out of being forced into working a 9 to 5. And um, pretty much everything that I'm doing right now is aligned with accomplishing that goal. Every second that I'm not doing work, I am at home, making videos, doing stuff, working on my business, um, and just trying to making sure every second that I have available to me is being spent towards advancing myself to that goal that I set. And I'm not gonna lie, it can get pretty draining, but honestly, I almost enjoy the long hours and the amount of work that I'm putting in. It's super exhausting. Like it's 12:30 in the morning right now. I probably won't go to bed for at least another 30 minutes because I've got videos to edit and things like that. But I'm not even sad about it. I'm happy about it because what I'm doing right now is advancing me towards the goal that I set for myself, and highest it's the highest action that I could take for my own benefit right now. It's the most important thing I could do, and the fact that I'm doing it kind of brings me joy. Like this morning, for example, I didn't sleep enough. I woke up. I had a call with someone 2 hours ahead of me related to my business, and then I went to work, worked 8.5 hours, came back, ran, and then immediately since then I've just been grinding on videos. I've been grinding on business related stuff, getting ads rolled out for my business, and uh, I literally have had pretty much no time at all to do any sort of like fun free time activity. And it doesn't matter to me because I would rather spend my time pursuing this goal because it means so much to me that I can sustain any amount of discomfort or fatigue or suffering because I'm so aligned with what it is that I'm pursuing. And that's really what I'm getting at when I'm talking about there's beauty in the struggle, because when you're working towards a goal that's so pure and is fully aligned with how you want to, or is fully aligned with the direction that you want to take your life in, you can summon the will to do basically anything to transmute that goal from your head into reality. Something I think about is the quote, I don't know who says it, but it goes something along the lines of, he who has a why, or is that it? Yeah, he who has a why can suffer anyhow. Something along those lines. And what the quote means is that if you have a reason to do something, you can put up with pretty much anything pursuant to accomplishing your why. And for me, before I came to this realization that I was just not going to allow myself to be subjected to the 9 to 5, I didn't really have a strong why. And so, I would do whatever it is I was doing in the moment and kind of just get pushed around, and I would drift wherever the wind would blow me. But now that I've identified this why and I'm so convicted in the outcome, and I really want to I really want to bring this to fruition with every fiber of my being. I can sustain any why. I don't care that I'm not doing anything fun. I don't care that I'm working all day and then coming back to do more work, because what I'm doing right now, recording this video, editing the videos after this, getting my ad campaign going, starting my business, making my website, all of that stuff, that's not, it's not draining to me. It's not something that I dread. It's something that I look forward to. If I didn't have to sleep, I'd probably do it all day, because I know that every step I take in the direction of building my business, of building my YouTube channels, of building my brand is going to be one step closer towards that ultimate goal that I've basically placed everything on. And so if you're someone who's in the same situation as me, whether you're trying to get a business off the ground or you're trying to pursue any goal that is extremely important to you, then I hope you're able to find beauty in the struggle. And I hope that when you're demotivated and overworked and tired, that you're able to remember why you're doing it, and you're able to take solace in the fact that even though you're tired and even though you don't want to do something, that it's in service of a higher purpose. And that, with that in mind, you can summon up the will to do basically anything. There are so many instances of people that have done incredible things because they had something external that motivated them and essentially gave them superhuman abilities. I think about the story of the movie Revenant, where Hugh Glass basically gets mauled within an inch of his life by a bear, and then his son is murdered by someone in his fur trapping group. If you haven't seen the movie, sorry for the spoiler. Maybe I should have said that I was about to spoil it, but it's been out for a while. You should definitely watch it if you haven't. And this also happens in the first 10 minutes of the movie. But anyway, because he had the motivation of being left for dead and finding his son murdered by one of the people that he thought was his friend, he was able to find the motivation to essentially drag himself through the wilderness across hundreds of miles just to find the guy that killed his son and slime him out. And that's a very extreme example, right? I would never compare me trying to build a business to escape having to work a 9-to-5 job to what Hugh Glass did, but directionally, the motivation is the same. We both have something that matters a tremendous amount to us, and we're essentially going to stop at nothing to make sure that we accomplish the goal and bring it to fruition. And so if you're in the same situation as me, I really wish you the best, dude. I hope you succeed, because this state of mind that I'm in, it's just so dialed in on what can I do better? How can I advance my goals? How can I take one step more towards this goal that I've set for myself? And it's lonely and isolating doing this. I don't really have much interactions anymore with my friends because I'm spending so much time either working on my actual internship or working on this on the side. But it's okay to me. All of this is fine with me, and I'm not going to complain about it because I know that I'm aligned with a higher purpose, and that no matter what I do, it's in service of my highest goal. And so I have my how, or I have my why, so I can put up with pretty much any how. And honestly, I can do it cheerfully. I honestly am loving the struggle aspect of it. It doesn't matter to me that I'm tired and I'm overworked, because I know that if I put in the work, if I'm honest about it and consistent about it and just keep working, I know that I'm going to see some change. I'm going to see some movement, and that's all I need. That's all I need is just a signal that the work that I'm putting in is producing some output on the other side. But yeah, I mean, dude, the 9-to-5 is just such a dismal and draining and really just depressing lifestyle. The thought of being trapped in that with no avenue out is so depressing and distressing to me that really nothing can compare to the amount of distress that thinking about that puts me in. So I could be super overworked, I could be really tired, I could be whatever. No matter how bad I feel in the transient moment, it's not going to feel even remotely as bad as being stuck working a job I hate for 40 years and subsisting off of, whatever income I'm able to scrape together. Like that, I'm not going to do that shit, dude. That's not going to be me. I don't care if I am barely making enough money to keep an apartment and feed myself. I would rather be, I would rather be towing the poverty line, but be in charge of my own time and be the reason that I am able to support myself rather than have that be deferred to a corporation. You talk about economic independence. If you think about what's the opposite of financial independence, it's financial dependence. Instead of being independent and your financial situation being driven by you, financial dependence is where you have pretty much no input in your finances and you're dependent on somebody. If you're dependent on a company, dude, they could fire you out of nowhere one day and you're done. You don't have any income. You either have to find another job or you're pretty much cooked. And so if that's what it means to be dependent, like, I don't want to do that shit. I'd rather be making much less money, but have my income and my prospects and my future be determined by me than by someone else that clearly does not give a shit about me. But yeah, I'm super tired, so I'll probably cut the video here, but that's the message I wanted to get out, is that, if you're working on something and you're struggling through something that's truly aligned with what you want to do with your life and where you want to be, then you can find beauty in the struggle. There's nothing that's going to stop you. And even when you're tired, even when you're, demotivated, even when things are going slow and you feel like you're struggling, you can find beauty in the struggle and you're going to make it through to the other side because you have that how, or you have that why, which can sustain any how. But this brings me to the end of the video. I wanted to mention, I was talking about my business. I have a math tutoring business. If you or anybody needs help with math, I do high school math tutoring, I do ACT and SAT prep, and I do university level math tutoring all the way through university, any level. So if you're interested in that, go to my website and get a free consultation. It's at www.kuehrtutoring.com. That's KUEHR tutoring.com. Check it out. If you need help, let's get to work, dude. Let me help you out. Book a free consultation. But other than that, man, thank you guys for watching this video. That's going to be it for me. Have a good one.